Get out of your mindset of government bringing you more revenue. That's not even the problem at all. 6 trillion is more than enough money. Cut spending down to 4, and now we can pay off the debt and deficit we're doing. It's all about government spending. Only thing that matters. Here's a little bit of Trump and CPAC. We never played any of this.
And she was so happy that she released it and she got killed. That was the end of her presidential career.
She's talking about Elizabeth Warren. I was doing about Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, and she released her DNA test.
She does not like me very much, but she's a very angry person. You notice the way she is? She's always screaming. She's crazy. These people are crazy. The radical left is meaner. I don't know what it is, Doug. They're meaner than us, aren't they? We're like normal people. You know, we're smart, we get our word, but we don't go crazy. Of course, they'll take my little rant from 15 minutes ago, the fake news. He lost control of the stage. He lost control. And they'll have me screaming, having to do with Franklin, poor Franklin. He lost control of the stage. These people in bed, they are really sick too. I don't get it. You know, you think they'd want to love our country. They have no ratings anymore. Nobody listens to them. Nobody believes the fake New York Times. Washington Post is doing no business. They're losing all their business. Nobody believes them. But we've escorted the radical left bureaucrats out of the building and locked the doors behind them. We've gotten rid of thousands.
Trump's doing it right. He's doing the right thing. Having fun doing it as well. Keep winning. The legislative branch will fall in line. That's the plan. Legislative Breitbart News Daily. Spread the word.
Honey, I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
Oh, it's awful, hon.
You know, my brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos.
I know it's been on our list, but isn't getting life insurance a huge pain? Oh, it's so much paperwork, and you have to go see the doctor. I wouldn't even know where to start.
With Ethos, Dave said it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. Plus, it's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house. He was able to choose an amount that worked for his needs, and Ethos made the whole thing so easy and clear.
10 minutes with no medical exam? Ethos, here we come.
Here's to sleeping better at night.
Help protect your loved ones today with Ethos. Life insurance made easy. Visit applyethos.com to apply today. applyethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Ever wake up feeling sluggish and unmotivated to take on your day? Meet Lumen, the revolutionary device that unlocks the secrets of your metabolism in a single breath. Your metabolism is your body's way of telling you how it's feeling. It's behind your energy levels, your weight, and your overall well-being. With Lumen, you can find out whether you're burning fat or carbs and get real-time recommendations to keep your metabolism in check and keep you feeling your best. Developed by PhD physiologists, Lumen puts lab-level metabolic testing in your hands so you can understand your body's needs and achieve your goals. Whether you're looking to boost energy, lose weight, or get active, go to lumen.me and get 30% off. Plus, listeners get an additional 15% off with promo code PATRIOT. That's promo code PATRIOT at lumen.me. LUMEN.me.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomas. As the war in Ukraine marks its 3rd anniversary, at least they're talking about conflict peace. Today, President Zelensky hosts European leaders and the Canadian Prime Minister in Kiev.
President Zelensky has spoken. He's talked about Vladimir Putin not wanting to exchange something for peace. He's looking at summits like these for Ukraine and the countries around it to come up with its own proposal to counter what Russia is seeking to do. He's proposed a complete prisoner of war exchange to kick things off in this peace process. It's been a rare area of cooperation cooperation between Ukraine and Russia, and he suggested that all POWs will be exchanged as a first stage.
The BBC's James
Yeah, so you can put him back on the
Waterhouse
line against him?
French President Macron says he'll advise President Trump against being weak in his dealings with Russian President Putin. Macron says he'll be delivering that message today when he visits the White House. Well, you might think Mexico's government would be a Trump ally in the war on drug cartels. You might think wrong.
After the United States designated 6 Mexican drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations and plans to eradicate them, Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum made changes to that country's constitution that would essentially block any
She just changes their
investigation or action
constitution.
by foreign law enforcement agencies without their permission. Sheinbaum's been harshly criticized by political opponents and news outlets in Mexico in the past for appearing to protect drug cartels from the U.S. government.
It's like that's what she's doing again.
The FBI getting a new deputy.
She just changed the Constitution, I guess.
To many, President Trump announcing the appointment of Dan Bongino, Director Kash Patel's right-hand man. And Starbucks announcing plans to lay off 1,100 corporate employees worldwide. Wall Street headed this morning's opening bell. Dow futures up 252 points. Nasdaq futures ahead 103. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, it's big. Rob Schmidt recently beat CNN in key ratings as millions are tuning into Newsmax. Every night, Rob Schmidt is on Newsmax revealing the truth about Elon Musk's Doge. Tune in tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern and find out why Rob is the hottest person in cable news. Even President Trump is watching, and he says Newsmax is terrific. Reuters Institute reports that Newsmax is now one of the top news brands in America.
Keep buying
Find out why.
fucking areas.
Just check out Newsmax on your cable system. Get Rob Schmidt with Greta Van Susteren, Rob Finnerty, and much more.
So bolstering ours.
Download the free Newsmax app on your smartphone
original one.
or home TV to start watching. It takes just seconds. With Newsmax Plus, you can watch our great shows anytime. Go to newsmaxplus.com and start your free trial. That's newsmaxplus.com. Make the switch to Newsmax today.
German voters are steering their country to the right.
Germany has voted, and the exit polls show opposition leader Friedrich Merz and his Conservative Party on course for a lackluster victory, with the story making waves. Alternative for Germany, or AfD, scoring the best result for a far-right party since World War II. Merz's centre-right Union bloc emerged as expected winners, but with the AfD surging into second place for the first time in a national election, Germany's political centre has been shaken. Merz now faces the challenge of forming a coalition, a potentially complicated task if mainstream parties remain firm on isolating the far right.
Correspondent David Keaton. French authorities say an explosive device has gone off outside the Russian consulate in Marseille on the 3rd anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. No injuries reported. A second device was thrown, but it did not explode, and the bomb disposal unit was sent to neutralize that device. News and analysis. Town Hall.
Truth is the authority. All right, first thing, bring your A game because I'll take nothing less. We're going to have an open and honest discussion, but the facts matter. Let's talk about the people. It's common sense. It's principles and policies that work for everybody. I just want to talk about how to fix this country. The Daily Web Show.
Let's see if we can officially cross the 1 month mark and now into the second month of the second Trump administration, Trump 2.0. And the world is moving at an amazing pace. There is just no other way to say it. And yes, our focus, domestic issues, domestic policy, domestic security, the border, the economy. Later on in the show, we'll be talking with the Secretary of Agriculture, Rollins, about egg prices, the avian bird flu, and other issues around that. So yes, we'll have domestic issues as well, state issues later on this hour. The state of Florida leading the way when it comes to dealing with illegal aliens. More updates on that. The legislature is still in session. We'll have the Speaker of the House, the Florida Speaker of the House, Danny Perez, back on the show. From the international side, and call it a bad pun
one, if you will, because it probably is, Coming to America, not the original movie, but this case, the European edition, and it begins today. The French President, Emmanuel Macron, will be at the White House today for meetings with President Trump. And on Thursday, the British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, will be at the White House. These are the people that, in the case of Keir Starmer, called Trump everything not short of, but including a dictator. It will be interesting to see how that plays out, and I'll get into that a little bit more because we have reaction from Zelensky now, given the talks between Russia and the United States in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh, and more coming with G7 members weighing in on this. But Coming to America, the European edition, to sit down with President Trump, who has changed the game, of course, getting a lot of reaction. And in the case of Emmanuel Macron, he posted this on X. Following discussions over the past few days with European colleagues and allies, we are committed to ensuring that peace returns to Ukraine in a just, solid, and lasting manner, and that the security of the Europeans is strengthened through all upcoming negotiations. For the man who is the 8th president of the 5th Republic of France. We have the longest running constitution, I might mention, for a reason. But, again, coming to the White House. I'm going to sit down with the president. There will be a press conference later today.
Jesus, what are you doing, dude?
I'm sure there will be lots to say. The dual presidents of both presidents. What is that word? 10 people standing outside in the cold in Washington, D.C. with some signs. News that caught, I think, maybe off guard, but maybe not for some. Over the weekend, Dan Bongino, named Deputy Director of the FBI, which on the radio side brings up the question from the radio people, well, who's going to replace him? This is the man who replaced Rush Limbaugh. So this gets interesting in the politics world, the FBI world, and in the radio world. But hey, congratulations, Dan. Good guy. He's always been there. Always done the right thing. So there you go. Congratulations, Dan. Anytime. Good to see you moving along in your next move. It's a big move to leave the private sector and take that federal wage job. So unless you're already in that federal job in case that you just don't want to go back to work. Not for all, but for some. They're being very specific when it comes to federal workers. And yes, I know the Doe's tweet or post put out by Elon about justifying your existence and the reaction from two agencies as well. There's a lot to cover today. First, to the Ukraine situation. This is President Trump at CPAC talking about the mineral deal with Ukraine.
The war between Russia and Ukraine, people are being killed, mostly young men, mostly Russian and Ukrainian men, at levels you've never seen before. Thousands of people waking. I've spoken to President Putin, and I think that thing is going to end. It's got to end. It's a horrible, horrible thing to watch. I'm dealing with President Zelensky. I'm dealing with President Putin. I'm trying to get the money back that or secured, because Europe has given $100 billion. The United States has given $350 billion because we had a stupid, incompetent president and administration. 350. But here's worse. Europe gave it in the form of a loan. They get their money back. We gave it in the form of nothing, so I want them to give us something for all of the money that we put up, and I'm going to try and get the war settled, and I'm going to try and get all that death ended. So we're asking for rare earth and oil, anything we can get, but we feel so stupid. Here's Europe, and it affects Europe. It doesn't really affect us, except we don't like to see two things. Number one, how Biden got us into this thing in the first place. Terrible. But why is it that he didn't ask for equalization? Europe should put up more money than us. But even if you said the same thing, how come we went so far out front? And he didn't know that Europe gets his money back. They did it in the form of a loan. We don't get our money back. We get nothing. So we're getting our money back.
All right, there you have. By the way, the point in there that Europe did it in form of a loan. They lent to Ukraine. Biden gave the tax dollars. Now we've gotten some of it back. There were some changes, but when you have over $200 billion, we actually don't have to find one. These are good questions. But then again, there is a history of handing out money wantonly from Washington, D.C. We saw that with USAID, and now 1,600 USAID workers have been put on leave. Now essential workers have been kept for legitimate functions where there is legitimate aid that needs to be done.
I didn't think I was going to get anybody. I thought maybe I somehow did it unlisted by accident or something.
It was all cut off and everybody's dead all over the world. And planes are falling out of the sky. Didn't somebody say that last week? Planes. That was Jasmine Crockett. Planes are falling out of the sky. But when you look at the scale that USAID has conducted around the world, as President Orban of Hungary called it, this fun.
Yeah, if I do it unlisted, you don't get a notification.
And let's bring one a little bit closer to home and right here in the Caribbean. Coincidentally, and this is an odd circumstance.
15 minutes in before I heard anybody. You in the yellow pages?
Related function of the world.
I can't remember the last time I've seen a yellow page. I mean, do they still exist? I mean, I know online they do, but even online it's pretty much unused. Yeah. It was awesome, man. A lot of driving back and forth to Ann Arbor to see my baby, my grandbaby. But yeah, I had a great weekend.
To build 6 homes. So far, and they're not finished digging into this. 56% of the
I don't know what pictures I've sent. I'll go over that today sometime. Yeah, everyone's doing good. They're home. They're supposed to go home Saturday, but ended up going home Sunday morning. She had a C-section, so they wanted to be sure. But the baby's doing great. Mom's doing great. So proud of my son, the way he's acting and reacting.
Almost 200 NGOs. Only 8 of them could explain where the money went. Where's the rest? Probably conversation President sometime later this week. Good to catch up. Somebody who wanted to do right for Haiti. And it just totally coincidental that, and not coincidentally, he believes in safety and security in our communities, and that's what they're working on. What they're working on at the college. I was there along with whistleblowers.
I don't know. Is that a requirement now?
But again, lots of DC is averse. Many in DC,
They probably told you it was necessary, but I'm not sure if it's actually necessary.
Democrats, whoever, all averse to questions being
I don't know. I wasn't there. No, it was.
$4 billion.
I don't know. They didn't mention it. But they might have done stuff like that ahead of time because they did a lot of prenatal. She did a lot of prenatal care with them before she. I know she did a lot of things there, even though she's already had a child before. So.
Donate my time.
They're at U of M hospital, so pretty liberal, so probably a lot of tongue biting. I was hoping I'd get my Gulf, but he melted down.
Oh no, it's the breakup of dough. You shouldn't. On the good news front, I gotta throw this one in there. Guess who's out of a job? Joyless read. Return to work. Kelly Loeffler, SBA administrator. This is what she had to say.
Hi everyone, Kelly Loeffler. It's my second day here at the SBA. I could not be more excited to be here, so I thought I'd take a walk. And what I found is that exactly what's been said is true. About 90% of our employees are working from home. Well, that ends Monday with President Trump's order to return to work. It's a tremendous waste of taxpayer dollars.
She's doing pretty well.
People in offices that are not showing up for work. So what we're going to do Monday morning, be back in the office, just like our small businesses that we serve every single day, that work for us 7 days a week. We're going to be here working.
Yesterday was kind of a cleanup day at the house. A lot of things get caught up on since we've barely been in the house, so the dogs kind of did dog things. And she's still got a little bit more to do tonight, but she's doing real well, yeah. She's very excited. She was losing her mind because she wasn't going to post anything on Facebook till they did. The moment they did, she had shit ready to go. Boom, boom, boom. She dropped them. I'm not very big on Facebook, so. Oh, that was just me putting something in the console. Must smell good. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on, dude. It's not no turn on red. Could have easily made it. Go. Now, see, now you made it just in time for us to get this light. Dumb fuck.
District judge rules in favor of Doe. Says the courts can't stop Elon Musk from looking at data. The will count majority coming up next at noon East after the David Webb Show.
I literally put a drop on my wrists and my neck. I've literally had the same bottle of it for
just purchase their platform, connect your trading account,
8 years.
mobile app, and turn it on. It's that simple. No experience, no headaches. Whether you're trading a single account or
I stopped using deodorant or antiperspirant about 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
No problem. TrueTrade offers an
It's aluminum crap.
guarantee on their software, plus get a guarantee of at least $300,000 in tradable funds. You keep the profits. Join thousands worldwide who are all
They hire special needs. Yeah, I remember that. Oh wow, someone's pulled over up here. Someone's getting towed.
That's TRUTRADE.io. That's TRUTRADE.io.
There's the towing collusion here. Oh yeah, here's your kickback. Thanks for calling us.
In the pursuit of speed and incredible distance.
Must have them in the back of the car. There's nobody in the car.
A new class of drivers. Titleist GT marks the biggest technological leap ever in Titleist driver design, delivering unmatched speed, launch, and stability for total driving performance. Discover the next generation of driving excellence with Titleist GT. Visit Titleist.com to find a fitter near you.
Are you behind on your taxes? You're not alone. Americans have been hit with a triple punch. Businesses and paychecks slashed by the pandemic, record inflation, and soaring interest rates have left people across the nation stuck with serious tax problems.
We're gonna do some BK breakfast. I'm hungry. I already had my AG1, so I deserve a BK breakfast. Plus, I got points that if I don't use, they expire tomorrow.
Specialize in powerful taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. Having resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients, their track record says it all. IRS penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, so don't wait. Let Optima's award-winning team help you get back on your your feet and back onto the right side of the IRS. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-611-8892. 800-611-8892. 800-611-8892.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Individual freedom, the right to bear arms. Sirius XM Patriot.
Channel 125.
Conservative principles live here.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's got to be cheap poison. Hey, I did get a thing of OJ though. And they do use the Simply Orange, so it's about the most natural you can get, other than freshly squeezed.
So yeah, lots on the table. A lot on the table for the week. Confirmation hearings I had for the president. By the way, the confirmation success. That's a good word. The success is evident, outpacing. You know, it started off with some, slow down, but outpacing Biden and, for that matter, Obama. So they're getting the job done in the Senate, although they're still.
Oh man, you can't see very good on the right here.
Today at 9:30, there will be the nomination hearing for Troy Edgar to be Deputy Secretary of Homeland Security. James Bishop, North Carolina,
Kiefer.
Deputy Director of the Office of Management and Budget. That's in
You mean
Homeland Security
Kiefer?
Governmental Affairs Committee. Tomorrow, let's see, Stephen Feinberg and to be Deputy Secretary of Defense. That's in Armed Services.
I'm telling you, the AG one does a great. It does a nice gut cleansing, good gut health too. It puts in good gut flora.
Thursday, Lori Chavez and DeRamer, the Secretary of Labor, she's in front of the Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee. Also on Thursday, the nomination
Pink poop.
of Phelan to be Secretary of the Navy. The Chief of Naval Operations, Lisa Franchetti, was fired by the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth.
I actually got Oma,
Friday,
Miss Doc, drink.
The scam they ran, actually I can't say it any other way, they ran at me. And I must say, I was introduced to this quite a while ago. I'm in Canada. The Red Cross used to be responsible for blood donations in Canada, but they lost that when they couldn't keep the blood clear of Hep C about 30 years ago. So they moved that away from the Red Cross. 2 years ago,
Thank you for stopping.
almost 2 years ago, no, 1.5 years ago,
Yeah, I have a mobile order for Norman.
what the CBC calls the incident.
For Norman?
Yep.
CBC is one of our
All right, honey,
treasures.
go ahead and stop
The
the first window.
incident in,
All right.
Israel, I called the Red Cross and tried to arrange to send medicines to some people there and tried to arrange for them to go in and go, including the fact that they can't go into Gaza because Israel, the sovereign there, has to give them permission. And everybody knows that Israel is not the sovereign there, but in fact, the Palestinians are the only thing close to a sovereign, and the Red Cross actually has
Thank you.
one of their organizations.
Right.
And in 16 months, they never went to visit any of these poor hostages. They never made it to
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, we have seen so much failure. I guess
Hello.
already, so
by the way.
Thank you.
1 second on your food.
Whether it's Red Crescent,
I think she says that every
receiving
time.
money, by the way, from USAID, from other agencies over the years, there's been no accountability. Bottom line, anywhere that these agencies have gone, UNRWA, anyone, no accountability.
Something's
And
dripping on
business
my
as
roof.
usual.
Oh, their little
And this
overhang is
one
not
of the
doing a very
reasons
good
that
job
A
of.
lot in Washington, D.C. don't like the exposure of the press being when we started on this a couple weeks back. So, Danny, thanks for coming back for an update. But in Florida, Florida's leading the way.
Tot,
Punishing those
orange juice,
illegal aliens
and
who
coffee.
commit offenses in the state of Florida.
Now, coffee I don't really
So
need, but it
let's,
comes with the
get an
combo.
update on HB1C.
I got the OJ for free.
What's happening during the session?
400 points for an OJ. Dude, look at this fucking. These motherfuckers don't know how to park around here. He's like 3 feet away from the curb. That's okay. Yeah, poison with sodium. That's why I take the AG1. It cleanses it out. That's what I tell myself anyway. All right, y'all. If I'm not ambushed, as usual, when I get in there, I'll try and bring up a stream. Dan Bongino, new Deputy Director of FBI. That was pretty exciting. I heard that last night. You guys have a great one. Love ya. Peace.